So I'm actually working on two projects at once here for more modifying to the Ace 250. I'm going to take the control box off of its current location, and with utility Velcro I'm going to see about putting it here somehow, or maybe back here. Okay, mostly because I want to try and counterbalance the machine a little bit better, and I've learned the machine enough to realize what sound means what, and I figured if I put it here it's still not out of sight. I can still just, you know, move my arm and look at it. The other project I'm going to work on is kind of simple, really. It involves a 1/4-20 bolt, a couple of washers, this plumbing clamp that already has holes drilled in it. I'm going to need some multi-core, multi-conductor wire like this. And this is like at Home Depot for, I think it's 55 cents per foot. I got 3 feet of it. Oh, sorry, 61 cents per foot. Here's your part number. That's a little rigid. It's single strand, so I don't want any type of resistance, you know, by making it longer. So I wanted to go with single strand. I'll put a flex loop in it somewhere near the back side so that it's not so rigid. The other thing you need for this one is a pair of connectors. This is like the one that's on the control box side of your detector for the Ace 250 and 350 and 150. Not sure what other detectors use. The key is to get the right one. There's the male end, and here's the female end, like what's on the end of your coil wire. So, and it doesn't matter if you know what the wiring code is on the back side of that plug, so long as you go inside of this. Obviously you got to take the little screw out and slide this down and get to your connectors. Anyway, so long as you go like red wire to pin 1 here, so long as you go red wire to pin 1 here, to slot 1 here, it's just going to be an extension, and it should work. So I'm going to mess around with those two and get back to you. Here's a little soldering trick for you guys. Some of you guys that do a lot of soldering would already know this, but this is how you use your soldering iron holder if you need another hand. Okay? Stick the handle in there like that. This way you can be over here working on whatever you need to work on with 2 hands and somebody holding your iron for you. And here it is, all extended. Basically what you got to remember is to put your back assemblies on the wire first before you solder the head on both ends. What I did was I actually had the two put together like this. I did this side first, so this back collar piece was down there, and this one here was down, I can't bend my pinky that way, but down here. So when I had this one done, again, it doesn't matter which way you put the wires in, whatever's easiest, whatever way the cord wants to do it for you. You wire them in like that. Mine happened to go green, blue, red, orange, brown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then when I had them plugged in together, then when I had them plugged in together, I could just correspond them and make sure they lined up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Green, blue, orange. Green, blue, red, orange, brown, and we have an extension. We're going to take this off under here and see how it works. Now, just for the purpose of the test, I left the control box mounted to the shaft and just put my extension in line. So now we're going to turn it on for the first time, and you get to see with me if it worked. Well, let's go in all metal mode. Right on. That's an aluminum ladder with steel hardware. Seems to be doing exactly like it's supposed to. Now let's figure out how to relocate the control box up here somewhere, and how to deal with this rigid, somewhat more rigid than I would like, wire. See if I can't loop it around the shaft or something. I'll figure out something. So here it is. All finished. Left enough loop under here to keep my hand in. I just use a couple of self-tapping screws. You can see one here and one here. They don't go into the face, obviously. So she's finished. It did add a little bit of weight, being that obviously the wire has mass to it. So, but overall it's more balanced, and I can, you know what I mean. I can feel it. Feels a lot better to me, anyway. Let's do some digging. I like it. Look at that, huh? Just like the pros now. Cool, man.